Hello guys, welcome back. Another video. Banish the doubt, banish the fear, banish everything. Today I want to talk about the pineal gland. It's inside of you, in me, it's everybody. It's in everybody. This gland is about maybe a little bit larger than the size of a kernel of rice. It's in, I believe, in the back of our skull, the back of our brain. It's referred to in the Bible as the single eye, the narrow way. See, Luke in the Bible, in Luke 11:52, he says, "Find the key within yourself." John 5:45, "I receive not honor from men." Matt 7:14, "Seek the narrow way." Matt 6:33, "Practice a single eye. Enter within yourself." This is what I want to link. The narrow way, the single eye, is the pineal gland. This is stuff we were never, ever taught. And there's a reason for that. I'm going to tie this in a little bit here together. Our subconscious mind is 90% of our brain, of our mind. 10% is the conscious mind, but the conscious mind is the master. And there's a reason for this. It's because the system that I call it, and it's everything from government through schools and churches and our society, they don't want us knowing about this. They don't want you and I understanding about those ways that we can free ourselves from this. See, because we were never meant to have to deal with any of this, okay? There's a reason why you're watching this video right now, and the reason why I'm making this video right now is because we are waking up. You wouldn't be seeing this video if you weren't waking up. I wouldn't be producing this video if I wasn't waking up. And other people that I've started to listen to and start to learn from, they come to you. You attract them to you based on your thinking. Neville Goddard, Carl Jung, William Donahue, Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, Tom Caron, all these different people that we listen to, we kind of learn from each other, and you're learning here. I'm only a messenger just transferring this message. So the higher mind is where we go to. The higher mind, the pineal gland, is where we go to. The pineal gland is the gland that secretes melatonin. Okay? So when we do this, when we start to tap into that higher mind, we start to focus on that, all the negative programming flushes out of this subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the flesh. It's the body. Okay? The conscious mind becomes the master. The kingdom, Jesus said, is within you. It's within me. Okay? You're never going to find it. None of us are going to find it by looking outside. Luke 17, 20, 21. The Bible is based on mythology, hidden behind symbolic words. In 300 BC, it was translated into Greek, the Hellenistic Greek, a lot of mythology. If you were to take out a dollar bill, okay? Oh, good morning coffee. If you were to take that out, turn it around, you're going to see the pyramid in the back. And the top of the pyramid, you're going to see the eye. That's the cornerstone. I'm going to get to that in a second. Okay, but that's another symbol. It talks about you and your relationship to the universe and the cosmos. Plato, Aristotle, Zeno. Zeno spoke of quantum physics 3,000 years ago. 3,000. So my question is, well, who taught him? Right? 3,000 years ago, he was talking about quantum physics. Plato, Aristotle. These are the people who were talking about this stuff way back when. But we've never really got into it. There was never really mainstream teaching, right? So kind of tying that into the system. There's a reason why there's no, okay, children, open up. We're going to learn all about Zeno today, quantum physics in school. There's a reason why there's no, okay, children, open up their books. We're going to learn all about the workings of the pineal gland and why it's so important and why we should meditate. There was no in school. Not my kids were in school. Not when I was in school. There was no okay. There's meditation class now. We're going to learn how to meditate, right? We never taught that. Jobs never stopped and said, okay, you know what? We're going to take a break. We're going to take a meditation break. We're going to learn to go within and learn to tap into our own power and focus on ourselves and focus on the pineal gland because nobody knew about it. There's a reason why. So, what happens after we die? Okay, asking Jesus about this to us. Okay, Matthew 22, 31, 32 in the New Testament. He asked Jesus about that. And Jesus says, now Easter just passed, right? We're in the Easter season. In the resurrection, they are neither given married nor given marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. So, who are you? Who am I? We're like the angels in heaven. Angel is an angle. An angel is an angle of light. That is a photon that science calls a messenger particle. So when we die, we become these angles of light. We go into the ground. Jesus said there is no resurrection. There is none of that. But we were taught that. And that flies in the face of what we've been taught. We are connected to an energy field that makes our heart beat. There's something out there, right? We don't listen to that. We don't understand this, but there's an energy out there that's making my heart beat right now. And the blood pumping through my veins and the cells in my brain and all the electrical components in my brain and your brain right now, listening to this, me transferring this energy, transferring this message to you, you receiving it. This is part of an energy field. Quantum physics is the only place where power is found. Quantum physics says the only place where power is found, the only place is in emptiness. In nothingness is universal power. So if I were to open up this right there, there's nothing there. Quantum physics says that's power in the emptiness. But that's not what we're taught, right? We're taught about power a whole different way, right? We're not taught about the power is within. The power is within us, that voice inside that speaks to you and I. We're taught a whole different realm, a whole different thing about power. So, Jesus, take no thought, enter into emptiness. Matt 6:35. Jesus said that in 5 different passages in a row. If you go to the Bible and in the New Testament to Matthew, he says 5 times, take no thought, enter into emptiness. 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 Anything that's troubling you, anything that's going on that you're having issues with, enter into emptiness. Go within. Learn to meditate. Learn to listen and trust that voice inside. Okay? Single eye, the pineal gland. Here it is. Not the best depiction, but the pyramid on the back of the dollar. There's the eye, the top. The top is unfinished. It's the single eye. Matthew 24:10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and hate one another. This is why, because we don't know about the single eye. We're not taught that. And what Matthew says is, then many shall be offended and shall betray one another and hate one another. Well, isn't that a lot of what's going on in our world? Been going on for a long, long time. Ever since Jesus left, wars and more killings and how many suicides. We hear about teenage suicides. We hear about, just open up any newspaper, or if you watch a newspaper, or view online, right? All is just 24/7. It used to be, channel 2, 4, 5, 7, 2, 4, 7 was, those 3 were the big news. Then it became 2, 4, 5, and 7. Then it was 2, 4, 5, 7, and 9, and channel 11. If you're, familiar with all that. Now it is in your face 24/7. If we go social media, right, it's just constant. Why? Because we don't understand this. We don't understand that we are the power. We have it inside each and every one of us. We look outside. We have to change that person. We have to kill that person. We have to wipe them out, right? In order for us to feel better. We don't feel any better. There is none of that. Genesis 32:30, Jacob, I've seen God face to face, and I shall call it Peniel. Jacob says, I've seen God face to face, I shall call it Peniel. Okay? So this is what we're learning. In architecture, the capstone, which is the top of that pyramid, the capstone is the rock or stone placed on top of a wall. The capstone is the final rock or the final stone placed on top that helps hold the structure together. The pineal gland, the capstone, will help us hold our structure together. We don't understand it. We are now starting to understand it. I am starting to understand this a lot more. Let me just shift my computer a little bit. Matthew 6:22. Jesus, if your eye be single, your body will fill with light. Single eye. Again, the pineal gland. Jesus said, if your eye be single, your body will fill with light. The pineal secretes a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is a skin lightener. Jesus Christ could have said 3,000 years ago, if you stimulate the pineal gland, your body will fill with melatonin. He could have said that, right? Oncologists today say melatonin secreted from the pineal gland kills cancer cells and strengthens your body's immune system. So why the fill in the blank are we not taught this? Why have we never been taught this? There is a reason why. Control. They can't have you thinking any of this. The church, all the fear, right? I remember going to school and there was Sister Mary Ellen in fourth grade, and she was a sweet little nun who I loved. But then there was Sister Inez in the fifth grade, and I could hear her just screaming at the kids and hitting the kids, hitting the students. It was allowed back then, right? Because what was it when your parents, oh, you got smacked around? Yeah, you deserved it, right? What is that telling the child? I'm worthless. I don't deserve. I'm not worthy of speaking up, of having my own voice. If the nun is correct, authority figures are absolutely correct. If they hit me, then I deserved it. How ass backwards is that? Right? Did they ever say, okay, children, now we're going to go sit and learn how to meditate? No, of course not. Did the priest ever say anything that? Right? Did they ever talk about that in church? No, of course not. They need to have you fearful. They need to have you thinking, oh, there's a judgmental God out there. If I do wrong, karma. Oh boy, if anything happens, well, it's because let me get my scorecard out. Let me see, what did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, that's the reason why this happened to me. It's I was taught this. I'm saying this because this is what I was led to believe. And what do we do? Well, son, now you're 20 years old, 21. Let's go. Just tie one on like the old man. You're a man now. So you can go get drunk. A good, go have a couple of good pops. Blasted. I mean, this is what we were taught. Second coming of Jesus Christ. We hear about that. You may have heard, and people talking about there here and there about there's a second coming because of all the hatred in the world, right? Luke 17:20, Jesus said, the kingdom of God come not with observation. You cannot see it. So isn't this interesting? There's going to be a second coming. He's going to go, straighten out. He's going to take his scorecard, say, okay, you guys are bad. You're going to hell. You're good. You're going to go to heaven. And where is heaven? What is heaven? And by the way, hell, what's hell? There's no hell. And I don't think there's a heaven either. So where are we going to go? So we continue. The kingdom of God then is where? If this kingdom, right, if there's going to be a heaven, where is it? It's you. It's me. It's inside of us. It is nowhere outside. It is within us. We learn to go inside. We learn and we start to practice being present in this present moment. We take time. We look inwardly. Okay. We learn to meditate. We learn to understand. Excuse me. We learn to understand that we take on this ego body. This ego wants you to change or them to change. This ego says, I keep score. The ego keeps score. No, our body keeps score as well. Our body keeps score by saying, well, you've been doing this for 35, 40 years now, this type of thinking, and you destroyed your body, and now you have cancer cells. Okay. We start to learn and start to understand more about this. We start watching more videos of people like I just mentioned, the Tom Carens, the William or Bill Donahues, the Wayne Dyers. We start to learn. We read books of Neville Goddard, Dr. Hawkins. We read books like this book here, okay? The Undiscovered Self by Carl Jung. We start to learn about this. We start to understand that you and I are God. Now, we'll probably freak out our relatives by saying that, but we don't have to go out and broadcast it. We just understand that we have the power within ourselves. We close our eyes. We go within. Like Jesus said, we go in to the closet. We close the door. The closet is in our higher mind. We sit at the right side, which is the right hemisphere. Okay, the left brain thinking, no, we go to the right side, which is more the contemplative. Okay, we start to turn on those cells. We listen to ourselves. Okay, we understand that, like Alan Watts talked about, the wake, everything that's behind us is exactly that. It's behind. We leave it behind. We decouple the emotion from that. We understand that we are changing in every single moment. Okay, who I am now is different from who I was when I started this video. Okay, for some of us, it may be a little challenging to sort of kind of grasp with that, but we are. So we learn to love. We learn to love ourselves. We are placed on this planet. There's a reason why. It's to help other people. You watching this, me talking about this. We learn to help other people understand that this is the path. This is the way. We learn to follow Jesus's teachings. Okay, we don't put bumper stickers on our car and say honk for Jesus. We learn to love and appreciate. We listen to him and follow his directions. We go inside. We go to that narrow space, that single eye. We learn how to do that, and we learn how to become contemplative, meditate, start to ask for the wisdom and the understanding. Jesus said, if you go to that place and with my name, I will give you everything. My Father will give you everything. We don't go to him. We go in Jesus' name, and we sit and we contemplate, and we start to learn. We listen to that little voice inside. We start to follow that. We don't follow anything on the outside. The outside is only a mirror reflecting back to us what our thoughts are. As we go inside, as within, so without. As within, so without. As within, so without. And Jesus said, no more thinking, no more overthinking. Okay? This is my message for you guys today. As always, thank you so much for watching these videos, commenting down below, sharing these videos. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get all of my videos. And you can go look at any videos I've made previous to this. I appreciate every single one of you. I send you nothing but love. I bow to that light that's inside of you. This is why I say that. I bow to the light that's inside of you because you are light. You have that light. Time to go inside and find it and reattach to it. Until I see you again, God bless you. Have a wonderful day.